Hi, this is Hugh in the basement. Tonight I'm flying the Eachine E130 indoors, which for me this is the biggest thing I've ever attempted to fly inside as far as helicopters go. So we're going to keep it real simple, just bring it up and hover, and that's going to be about it, I think. So anyway, here we go. We'll set her down here. And I get the remote. This is the remote here. Turn this on. Okay, up and back. Down and left. Okay, we're going to use the one button takeoff, which is right here. So here we go. And I'm probably not going to talk much because I'm a little intimidated by this, to be honest with you. So here we go. I had been flying the E129 indoors. As far as the E130 goes, I've taken off and hovered and landed a couple of times, very quickly, just real short. And night before last was the first time I'd ever flown the 70S indoors, the little blade helicopter. So this is a lot for me to have something this, especially down here in the basement, because the ceilings are kind of low. You really gotta be careful. It would be really easy to glue this thing to the ceiling, and I think some of you know what I'm talking about. You get a little close and it'll suck itself right up there, and I don't know that I could get that off there without crashing. I've done it with the E129, gotten it stuck up there and let her drop and regain control. But this one here, I don't know. I'm a little intimidated flying this in the house, I gotta be honest with you. But it's kind of windy today, and I didn't think that was going to be a good idea. And I was going to do another, I've been trying to film the Blade 70S indoors, and I've done a couple takes. I was going to do another one, but I thought, you know what, let's get brave and do the E130 indoors and keep it short and hopefully not destroy anything. And this one just arrived today. This one was on Banggood USA, and so it arrived in about, I don't know, 10 days, maybe 12 days, something like that, I don't know. But anyway, it was postmarked New Jersey, and the box showed up kind of beat up, and it surprised me because the ones I've gotten from China, from Banggood, have showed up in really good shape, and this one came from Jersey, and it was kind of beat up, to say the least. I mean, the box had been crunched enough that one of the plastic skeleton pieces, or whatever you want to call it, that holds everything in place, one of those was cracked up pretty good. Some of the little guards that go over the mounts for the canopy, those little cone-shaped guards that go over the mounts, a couple of those were rolling around in the bottom. The battery was just flopping around in there. The other two batteries were in the box, but I really expected the helicopter to be damaged, but fortunately other than the cracked plastic and the crunched box and the things being a little disorganized, everything is fine. I took it outside right away because the wind hadn't come up yet, and just, you know, real quick took off and hovered and got it back down, went back in the house. Just honestly, I was in my bathrobe, and while I do have fences, I didn't think that was a really good idea. So here we are downstairs for the E130, and I don't know if you can hear it, but this sounds a lot more powerful than the E129. This is just, you can just really hear that fan cutting through the air. So, but and it's really fun to fly outdoors. But like I said, it's just a little too windy today, and I'm hoping to do that soon, you know, on video. So, okay, I'm starting to lose altitude. I think she might be getting low on battery, and I'm getting low on courage. So we're going to go ahead and set her down here in a second. At least I think we are. Yeah, maybe not. So, and this one came with 4 batteries like the other one did. And I think coming from, even though it was Banggood USA, I think it was only about $92 altogether. That's delivered with the 4 batteries, the helicopter itself, of course, and you get the transmitter and a charger, you know, USB type charger, which seems to work fine. And you know, you get the spare main rotor blades, 2 of those. You get 1 spare tail rotor. You get a spare main gear, an Allen wrench, and a small screwdriver. So, you know, the usual stuff you expect to get. You have to supply your own batteries for the remote, though. I think something just flew into the window upstairs. That's basically, I'm just hovering and moving around a little bit, you know. And I'm not going to be doing anything other than just the basic forward, reverse, left, and right. You know, I might turn a tiny bit with the yaw, but not a whole heck of a lot. So I've noticed when you use a yaw, if your trim's not set just right, it'll start to veer off on you. If your trim's perfect, you know, and you use the yaw correctly, a lot of times it'll stay right in place. But sometimes when the trim's off a little bit, or there's a little bit of breeze, and you go to use the yaw, then you'll notice it'll start to veer off, and that's not a big deal outdoors, but inside it can get you into a little bit of trouble. So I've been not doing, you know, I'll twitch it a little bit with the yaw here and there, you know. But see, now I almost caught the ceiling on that one. I don't know if you noticed. That came pretty close. You really got to watch that down here. I think these are like 8-foot ceilings down here. It's really easy on the garden level to get a helicopter or a drone stuck to the ceiling. And surprisingly enough, you know, the helicopters seem to handle it better than the little drones do. You know, with the E129, I can get hung up on a ceiling and then just, you know, drop the throttle, and as it drops, kick the throttle back up real quick and regain control of it. But with the little drones, they just seem to go nuts when they hit the ceiling. I had one scooted all the way across the ceiling to the other end of the room and then crashed in the corner. It was like the end of the world or something. I would have thought just the opposite. I would have thought catching the ceiling on a little helicopter would be worse, but it's really not. So, wow. Yeah, this is, I don't know if you can hear that fan though, but man, this little booger's got some power. It really does. And one thing I like about these Eachines with the, you know, they got the 1-button takeoff and landing and the altitude assist. What you can also do with them when you go to take off is you can move both your sticks down and out, and it'll spool up. you know, not super fast, but it will spool up a bit, and then you can just take off normal. So it's a tiny little bit like taking off with a collective pitch helicopter, but not much. But it's still kind of neat. Okay, I got flashing lights, so I'm pretty sure we're out of power. I'm going to go ahead and try to put this thing down. Oh, that wasn't it. There we go. I'm going to bring her back up. And then we'll do the one button landing again and see if she's going to shut off now. I have no idea why that didn't want to shut down. This is a first. I've never had one do this before. Let's bring her back up. Okay, she's just about out of juice now. She's going to stop one way or the other. Okay, she's not responding to the throttle at all now. So why she is not stopping is beyond me. And we did this earlier and it didn't do this, so I don't know exactly what's causing that. Now some of them I know if you hit these, I don't know about this particular helicopter, but some of you hit these two buttons and it could be like an emergency stop. But that does not seem to be the case with this one at all. Okay, that's low rates. Yeah, that's not spinning all that fast, but I really don't want to stick my hand in there. I guess we'll just hang in here and see what happens. It's got to stop eventually, right? Let's see if we can get her to... Yeah, the only thing that seems to be responding now is the yaw a little bit. I guess I'll just get that battery down to absolute nothingness. Wow. I'll edit some of this out because this is going to take a little while. Now the camera might run out before this stops. So if the camera does run out before this actually comes to a stop, here I'll say, hey, thanks for watching the video, and fly straight, don't crash, and if you do, don't worry about it because everybody does.